They say age is just a number. But when the man looking at you with that kind of startling intensity is 28, the stepson of your late husband, and you're staring down your 64th birthday alone, numbers suddenly feel like insurmountable walls. Or maybe dangerously fragile ones. Have you ever felt an unexpected connection that defies logic and societal norms? Can turn your world upside down. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell, because my story proves just how fragile those walls can be. What's the biggest age gap you think is acceptable, or does it depend entirely on the people? Share your thoughts below. My life after Jonathan died a few years back had settled into a quiet rhythm of managing grief and solitude. Edward, his stepson, a young man I barely knew beyond fleeting visits during the first year after Jonathan's passing, had vanished from my life 2 years ago without a word. I tried not to think about him, about the brief, charged moments we had shared, moments that hinted at something I couldn't define. But then, on the morning of my 64th birthday, he reappeared at my door. Tall, confident, captivating. The vague memory of a younger man was instantly replaced by the potent presence of the one standing before me now. He said he needed to look for some old documents in the garage. A flimsy excuse I saw through immediately. His gaze held the same unsettling intensity one remembered, stirring emotions I thought long buried. When he emerged later, holding not just papers but the vintage gramophone I'd always admired, placing it carefully with my favorite record already on the turntable, my heart hammered. The documents were a lie. This was about me. He left soon after, leaving me reeling. But that evening he returned, a delicate cake in hand, that familiar smile now laced with undeniable intention. "Didn't want you to spend your 64th birthday alone, Bella," he said softly. And I knew. This wasn't just about cake and music. This night was about crossing lines. Seeing him dressed up, holding that cake, his eyes warm and focused entirely on me, it did something to me. "Happy birthday, Bella," he said, his voice filling the doorway, chasing away the loneliness. He remembered. Someone remembered and cared enough to show up like this. "Tonight should be special," he added, his smile deepening. If this story already resonates, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Your support means everything, and trust me, the intensity only builds from here. Words failed me. He placed the cake down, stepping closer. "But Bella," he murmured, his eyes gently scanning my face, "tonight could be so much more special. Let's celebrate it properly. The way you deserve. Go put on something nice. Let's make this a night to remember." His gentle insistence brooked no argument. A strange, reckless excitement fluttered inside me as I nodded and headed upstairs. In my closet, my hand fell on a black dress I hadn't worn since Jonathan was alive. Standing before the mirror, I hesitated, then slipped off my casual top. My skin, even at 64, was still firm. I traced my waist, my shoulders. Still captivating, I whispered to my reflection, a ghost of my younger self flickering in my eyes. Defying time, perhaps? Smiling faintly, I slid the elegant black dress on. It felt transformative. Special. Descending the stairs, a melody drifted up, my favorite song, the one on the record he'd found. My steps slowed, heart pounding. How did he know? Entering the living room, bathed in soft light, the gramophone playing, Edward turned. His eyes lit up, raw admiration clear on his face. "How?" I asked, breathless. He smiled. "I listened to you, Bella. Always. Every story, every passion you shared. I remembered." His words wrapped around me like a warm embrace, thawing years of feeling unheard. He stepped closer, extending his hand. "Let tonight be about you. I'm here to make you feel special." His gaze was deep, determined. The pull between us, suppressed for years, felt overwhelmingly strong. We sat talking, the conversation weaving through memories and into the present, charged with unspoken feelings. "Do you know why I stayed away these past 2 years, Bella?" he asked suddenly, his emerald eyes locking onto mine. I held my breath, unsure where this was leading. He paused, choosing his words. "I've always been drawn to you," he finally admitted, his voice soft but filling the room. "I saw the fire in you, the passion, the life. Always. But feeling that, it scared me. Being near you, my body wanted to react, but my mind screamed it was wrong. That battle between intense feeling and societal shoulds, it's a powerful conflict. Like this video if you understand that internal war." Warmth flooded me, mixed with dizzying confusion. Edward, you shouldn't say things like this, I managed, though my voice trembled. I know, he said, looking down, then meeting my eyes again with fierce intensity. But I can't hold it back anymore. 2 years, Bella, and I couldn't get you out of my head. Your eyes, your smile, you haunted me. My heart wouldn't forget. The raw honesty was both startling and dangerously thrilling. My hands clenched in my lap, trembling visibly now. Edward, this isn't right, I whispered, even as I felt myself leaning towards him, drawn by an invisible force. He leaned closer too, his gaze burning into mine. Right or wrong, he said, low and resolute. I can't deny this connection, Bella. And neither can you. Your eyes, they tell me everything. You know it's real. He was right. The pull had always been there, simmering beneath the surface of our complicated history. Thank you for tonight, I finally choked out. But Edward, it's dangerous. If we take another step, there's no turning back. He slowly reached out, his fingers gently covering mine where they rested on my knee. The contact shattered my remaining defenses. I don't want to turn back, Bella, he murmured. I just want this moment with you, to show you how special you are. Tears welled, not of sadness, but of some long-buried dam breaking within me. When I look at you, he continued softly, I don't see age. I see strength, passion, life. You think you're 64? To me, you're timeless. Captivating. That will never change. His words stripped away my last shred of resistance. Edward, I breathed, leaning closer still. You see me in a way I haven't felt seen in years. And I can't deny it either. The silence that followed screamed louder than any confession. The forbidden had become undeniable. When his lips finally met mine, it was an eruption. Years of suppressed emotion, longing, curiosity. It all surged to the surface. His kiss was passionate, consuming, forcing me to confront the truth I'd hidden even from myself. But the intensity, the wrongness of it, terrified me even as it thrilled me. I pulled back abruptly, gasping for breath. Edward, I whispered, lost, confused. My heart pounded. I needed space. Without another word, I turned and hurried towards my bedroom. Closing the door, I leaned against it, cheeks flushed, eyes wide with a mix of excitement and panic. What am I doing? I looked in the mirror, the flushed face, the trembling hands, the body that still felt youthful despite the number. I still have it, I murmured, a conflicted, almost defiant smile touching my lips. The realization complicated everything. Just then, the soft creak of the bedroom door opening. I spun around. Edward stood there, his gaze intense, determined. He stepped inside, closing the door quietly behind him. Bella, he said, his voice low, resolute. I can't let you run away. He moved towards me, closing the distance. His lips found mine again, deeper this time, leaving no room for doubt, no space for resistance. My defenses crumbled. My hands instinctively found his shoulders. His arms wrapped around my waist, pulling me tight against his solid warmth. Kisses trailed from my lips down my neck to my shoulders. My body responded instinctively, arching towards his touch, consumed by the forbidden heat. This is the moment the final boundary breaks. Make sure you are subscribed because the consequences of this night are just beginning. I stepped back slightly, needing breath, needing a moment. Slowly, deliberately, my hands went to the zipper of the black dress. The fabric pulled silently at my feet. A glance in the mirror, the vulnerability, the defiance, gave me a surge of courage. Edward, I whispered, voice trembling but clear. I am surrendering. To you. To this. His eyes darkened, a raw fire igniting within them. He shed his shirt quickly, impatiently, revealing a strong, youthful physique that made my heart race faster. He stepped close again, hands finding my waist, guiding me towards the bed. As I lay back, he joined me, his presence overwhelming, intoxicating. His kisses explored, worshipped, awakening parts of me dormant for years. This wasn't just physical. It felt like a reclaiming, a desperate grasp at feeling truly alive, even wrapped in transgression. Everything was happening fast, sensation overriding thought. I never could have dreamed of this, I gasped, looking up at him, desire and disbelief warring within me. But right now, I want this. He smiled, a soft, determined curve of his lips. Bella, he said, his voice captivating. We both always wanted this. We just ran from it. Not tonight. Tonight we don't run. His words shattered my last defense. I closed my eyes, grabbing the sheet, surrendering to the overwhelming intensity. It left me breathless, clinging to the moment, trying to anchor myself. When I opened my eyes, he was leaning over me, hair disheveled, skin glistening. His hand gently covered mine. It felt surreal, dreamlike. Catching our reflection in the mirrored wardrobe door, the older woman, the younger man tangled together, sent another jolt through me. A mix of shock and undeniable thrill. "Edward," I whispered, my voice trembling. "You're incredible. I never want this night to end." His eyes flared. My hand found his chest, feeling the rapid beat beneath. "I've always wanted you," I admitted, the confession escaping before I could stop it. "I can't believe this is happening." I closed my eyes again, lost in the warmth, the connection, the sheer feeling of it all. At that moment, an intense heat, a release flooded my entire being, leaving me trembling and spent. Edward collapsed beside me, his breath ragged. After a while, he sat up, determination returning to his face. He reached for his phone, unlocking it. "Bella, I want to show you something." He turned the screen towards me. A picture of a cozy, secluded cottage by a lake, the peaceful escape I'd always vaguely dreamed of. "I want to take you here," he said, his voice serious, intense. "Far away from everything. Just us. Tomorrow morning, we'll go see it. And when we're there," his eyes held mine, "I'll ask you to wear something else I've chosen. Because tonight, Bella, tonight I saw the woman I've always dreamed of. It's you. It's always been you." A storm raged inside me, hope, fear, disbelief, desire. A cottage? A future? This wasn't just a single night of madness. He was offering something more. A doorway to an entirely different life. What lay beyond that door felt both terrifyingly uncertain and intoxicatingly possible. For the first time since Jonathan died, maybe for the first time ever, I felt a future unfurling that wasn't just about quiet endurance. Was this escape? Delusion? Or could a connection forged in grief and forbidden desire actually lead to happiness? The risks were enormous, the potential for judgment and heartbreak immense. But stepping towards that door, even with him, felt less like running away and more like stepping into the unknown, finally alive again. Can a relationship born from such complex circumstances truly last? Is this a new beginning, or the start of a devastating end? Share your deepest thoughts and predictions below. Give this video a final like if you felt the intensity of Bella's choice, and please subscribe and turn on notifications. This story is only just beginning. For the first time facing the unknown, I wasn't entirely afraid. Because right or wrong, I wouldn't be stepping through it alone.